This is Villanista Nicole, and I'm just waiting for Mel to pass on so I can be Big Sam's second wife. You're listening to DU Football Show.
Nicole, if I had given her that shot on Malort last week, you might have been wife number 2.
She was so high, I thought she was going to float away.
Yeah, well, it's...
She didn't have to die. She could have just been gone.
Yeah, gone. It's supposed to be a no Malort Monday, but somebody owes us a shot. Let's start the show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston?
Arsenal fans have another Sam. AKA the fucking Gooner Graham. Smell the Malort. Looks great in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to the DU Football Show, a completely biased recap of the English Premier League as told by 2 common American schmucks. I am your host, Sam Houston, and across the way from me, a man that seemed to manage just fine on his own for a week, Mr. Samuel Graham. How you doing over there?
Doing very well. Just realized I forgot to bet on the second Monday Night Football game.
Oh, okay.
Which I got to cover up my soccer losses.
Yeah. How did this week's bet go?
Not well.
Again. You missed on a bunch of it?
Not a bunch, but about half.
That doesn't, that's about
I think I missed on 3 out of the 7 legs.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what you do. You miss bets.
That happens.
That's how it rolls. And, of course, on the 1s and 2s, Producer Mel. How you doing over there, Producer Mel?
I'm doing a lot better than I was, apparently.
Well, you're
I'm conscious.
Yeah.
I was going to say you're really, really bitter because you have to do a shot of Malort. You're going to do it right now.
Uh-oh.
You weren't supposed to remember that.
There you go. That's for losing 2 weeks ago.
You son of a bitch.
And also, fuck you, Mel, for real.
Yeah.
Your team hasn't scored a fucking goal yet. You deserve to do Malort.
No. Fun fact. We are the only team in the entirety of English football.
7 fucking divisions, Graham. In 7 divisions. They are the only team that has not scored.
Damn. And I'd say your forward 4 are the ones that should be doing it for you. Really. You had the controversy with the goalkeeper.
He played all right this week.
He's the reason why we lose.
We're recording at the DU Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out wherever you get your pods. And, of course, streaming live every single Monday night. Should you want to chat with us, there is many ways that you can. Mr. Graham, tell the good people how they can get in touch.
Absolutely. It is at DU Football Show on all the social medias and dufootballshow@gmail.com to get in touch via email.
Everybody on the cameras was watching me with the 2 of you just going back and forth and just kind of go, waiting, like holding my breath to do my cut in.
Terrible.
Yeah, well,
should have held your breath a little longer.
But then you wouldn't have a show to do with me because I'd be dead and you'd be sad. So fuck both of you.
Well, Nicole,
Sam and myself both work in the wine and spirit industry and both have a deep, passionate love for all things distilled spirits. So as the red-blooded Americans we are, we've got to have a drink in our hand throughout this show and every single show. Mr. Graham, what are we drinking today?
Something very interesting, actually. This is the 3rd iteration of Hogsworth. This is the 10. It is an average age statement of 10 years old, basically, between everything that's in it. In previous iterations, the Armagnac blended within it has been a much higher content. This one is now 80-20, all of which, I'm not going to go through everything, but all of it is explained on the back label.
So this would be technically an American whiskey because it's
a blend of bourbon and Armagnac.
Right, so.
They're both finished products. Then blended. So
okay.
I think maybe legally it's still a bourbon. I'm not sure, to be honest. The legality of that. Anyway, but it's 4 different mash bills of bourbon. 2 from Minnesota, 2 from Tennessee. There's a wheater. There's 2 high rise, I think it was, and 1 with a decent amount of barley to it. Those 4 mash bills are then blended with 2 Armagnacs, one of which is a vintage. They're both vintage Armagnacs. One from 2012 and one from 1973. So the oldest liquid in this bottle is 52 years old, which is pretty cool. Yeah. You take an average age statement with the blend and all of the years of everything else. And, 3 Armagnacs, 2014 as well. Mm-hmm. And you come out with an average age of 10 years old of everything in the bottle together.
Got it.
Anyway, a little bit of cheeky marketing with the 10 since you can't call it a 10-year-old.
Right.
People look at that and think, it's 10 years old.
Right, exactly.
But the price point is way better. So when this stuff first came out, Raj kind of looked at everything and went, I think the price point for 2024 or 2025 is going to be $50. Right. That's going to be the key price point. Things started happening with the economy, people's paychecks, blah, 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 blah. All this happens. It did well in tastings, and it did well in niche accounts in well-to-do areas. Mm-hmm. Didn't sell anywhere else. Now, sold enough that we moved through all the product. Batch 2 sold. Moved through all the product. Like, everything was fine. It's a small batch thing anyway. But what he saw this year, obviously things are happening, wanted to bring that down to about a $35 MSRP. And on a 3K deal, $35 would make you an extra $2 or $3 on your markup.
Okay, so 50 still, on the shelf then instead of like 70 on the shelf.
No, it'll be 50. It'll be 35 on the shelf instead of 50 on the shelf. Exactly. Nice. But with that blend of Armagnac, the best word I always use to describe it is rustic. Mm-hmm. Something that tastes old, tastes. Dusty sounds like a bad word, but it's not a bad word.
Dusty is a good word. If you're a whiskey geek, Dusty's you like the word Dusty.
That's what I feel like Armagnac brings to things. Mm-hmm. It also kind of solidifies that little bit of sweetness without overpowering anything. I think it's delicious. It's just very, very good stuff.
Yeah. In a world of Armagnac and cognac, I am an Armagnac guy. Same. I find Armagnac to be a lot cleaner than cognac. Well. I feel like cognac's is a little thick. So I love the addition of the Armagnac. I know that he has his, I'm going to remember his last name.
Bacta.
His line of whiskeys as well that are typically like finished in Armagnac barrels and all kinds of fun stuff that he does. Those are very high price point. Those are what they are. It's those you don't know, original owner of Whistle Pig. You know.
And there's still little kind of, again, cheeky little like.
Of course.
So the brand's called Hogsworth. Mm-hmm. There's a pig on the label. You know, Whistle Pig recently came out with an 88 proof bourbon.
Yeah.
This one's 88.8.
Yeah.
There's a couple, and he still owns the farm across the street. So he still honks and waves every time he drives home at his old distillery.
I liked giving it ice, letting it melt a little.
Also heard that the people that he sold the distillery to thought they were buying the farm.
Yeah.
And they weren't.
Yes, producer Mel.
Sure, Billy wants to know, safe to assume notes of old wood with that beverage?
Why, yes, sure, Billy. Yes, there are.
Yes, there are. Old wood.
I really like it. It's a great drinker. That's really fucking good.
Thaddeus also gave me the rest of the 1928. I still have a couple of accounts to taste on it. Mm-hmm. But so maybe not next week, maybe the week after, maybe next week we'll do the Penelope. Mm-hmm. But the week after, I think we might tackle the 1928. So I'll make sure I save a spit's worth of each, and then we'll do another whiskey for the show. Yeah. I'd like you to have the 1928 Bacta. It's delicious. That's got 70-year-old Armagnac in it. 90-year-old Armagnac in it.
I may have had it. I tasted through some of the stuff.
And it's a rye.
With Thaddeus before.
Nice.
That's someone who I go way back with from Bacchus days.
And he, first thing I said, he was like, y'all still doing your show? I said, yeah. He was like, tell Sam I said hi.
Yeah,
I was like, fucking bonus.
Well, listen to it and hear us talk about your whiskey. But that's fucking delightful. And particularly at a $35.99 price point.
It's money.
That drinks like a $50 whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
That is... Go buy it. Go buy it. You won't be disappointed. You'll like it.
Under 90 proof, if you're charging 50, 60, 70 bucks, it ain't doing that.
Right.
So under 90 proof, they needed to come down in price anyway. They did. The first label was done by AI. This one was done by an artist. It was very funny. First account, he goes, yeah, this is an artist rendition. And I was like, so weren't they all artist renditions? Like, where the fuck did you find a pig wearing an ascot? You know, this one has on a bow tie.
Yeah.
But I also find funny if you look very closely, Sam, and you'll love to see the font on the the hat of the pig is also whistle pig-esque.
Oh yeah, very much so. Well, and it's also
It's great.
it's very much an ode like Dave wore whenever there were
Stetson.
parties. He always had a Stetson. He also wore a for like League of the Flying Pig parties. He wore an all white tux, white bow tie, white vest.
So it's a nod to him anyway.
Yeah,
there you go.
And it's yeah, I mean him and Raj were very, very, very close.
Oh, of course. I mean, he was Raj's master distiller.
Yeah, it's fantastic. That very simple. Go buy it. If you see it, buy it. You're not going to be disappointed.
It's very good.
that
I'm very happy
would
with it. And we sold 10 fucking cases today and booked 3 tastings.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
That would be a killer cigar whiskey as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that would be a great cigar whiskey. And for, like you said, $35.99 on the shelf, maybe at its highest $45. Like if somebody's trying to gouge a little, that's still a very fair price for that bottle of whiskey. But look for it at the right price. Look for it for the $35.99.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. What else should we always do, Mr.
Now,
Graham?
like I said, the old ones, the old batches have been sold through.
Yeah, they're gone.
So if you see it on the shelf and it's $50, don't sniff at it. They're delicious and they're higher in Armagnac. So they're a bit more complex, but I think this is actually going to like move.
Right.
This could be something big.
Nice. Very good. Love it.
But yeah, always remember to drink responsibly, of course.
Cheers.
Oh, he also did, by the way, Thaddeus, he asked if we should break every bottle of Westward in honor of you today. I said, don't. I said, no. I said, Houston still has a fondness for them. Don't worry about it.
Have a very, very good relationship with them. Hopefully good news in the future for them and for me as well. So we'll see where that all goes.
But he had your back is my point.
Oh, I know. I appreciate it. I discovered that very quickly, that a lot of people in the industry had my back when everything went down the way it did. But we open with the Manchester Derby that saw 2 new keepers, one side looking confused and the other side looking like they're starting to wake up. Manchester City 3, Manchester United 0. Well, sorry here. I'm having a little trouble reading. Forgive me. Oh, welcome back to the Premier League, Phil Foden. How about that?
Where the fuck's he been? Also,
and
you think
played
with all,
really
with
well.
all that time out, his hand should have healed by now.
Yeah.
I feel like his hand bandage is like Nelly's Band-Aid.
Yeah, just
Remember the rapper Nelly?
You're just gonna have it there.
Yeah,
right?
it's just there now. Not sure why, but apparently it is. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really see any other result, despite Manchester United winning the last two times. City have strengthened in the right areas. They are still betting some players in. It's funny, some old faces were the ones that got it done. I mean, Manchester United also bought that new keeper, didn't play him. They played Buendia. I mean, it was kind of a hard, or Buendia. I don't know how you say it. You know, this was, I thought, his best game, and he still gave up 3 goals.
Yeah.
He made a couple of
it
very good
was.
saves. Obviously, Donnarumma made his debut and kept a clean sheet. Big surprise. He only had 2 real saves to make, though.
They made a very
One of them was
interesting
excellent.
observation on the corner kicks, that the formation of defensive corner kick was completely different for Manchester City. Apparently, Pep just said, set them how you want them.
Right.
Like, you know what you're doing back there. You're one of the best, if not arguably the best keeper in the world. I mean, he's been stellar for Italy, and he, you know, he just recently won a fucking Champions League.
So he's a brilliant shot stopper.
Right. Question about his feet.
About his feet. And that's what everybody's bringing up, right? But ultimately, Ederson did make some mistakes. Trafford in the first 2 games of the season made some mistakes playing out from the back. The one thing you're not going to get is a no-nonsense clearance if things aren't going well.
Right.
From Donnarumma.
Right.
But he is a better shot stopper than both of those keepers.
Yeah.
And we saw that, not Sesko's chance. The announcers made the point, and it was, you know, pretty true that whole thing kind of happened in slow motion. It felt like.
Yeah.
But there was a save later on where
Second half, that was beautiful save.
it's not a save that any other keeper in the world is making, in my opinion.
Right.
But he blasted it long 4 or 5 times. He looked uncomfortable with the ball at his feet.
Yeah.
So Pep will tweak how they play. But you've got a big lad in Erling Haaland up front,
I was about to say
That
you have
could
a
win
giant
that header.
You have a giant fucking Norwegian.
So it's
Route
it's
1
fine.
isn't always a bad thing, right?
Right, and you have a bunch of very quick little wingers around him.
That he's going to head the ball
So a
down.
little flick on, or whatever. And Johnny Reinders has been excellent so far, in my opinion. There's been one or two little mistakes here or there, but he's still betting in again with the system, and he's been out of position once or twice. Rodri's back healthy, so even if that header comes directly back to your own midfield, it's not like you're lacking in quality.
Yeah, they'll know what to fucking do.
They
with
know
it.
what to do with it.
Exactly. Doku had himself one hell of a day.
Hell of a
couple
game.
assists. Yeah.
Hell of a game. Is again. Now you can see really why Jack Grealish wasn't getting in that team.
Right. Well, and also I think
especially if Pep questions your professionalism and you have Doku performing like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see why you're out of the plans.
This was something.
And no offense, I think Grealish should have been playing. Right. I like Grealish as a player.
A few of my friends have made this same observation that I'm going to go ahead and steal and make now, is that Grealish is never meant to be a system guy. And he went to the team that has the head coach with the most difficult system in the world.
Well,
he's meant to be a creator. He's meant to be let him fucking cause chaos.
I'm going to pause that.
He does. Sure.
I'd say it's the best system in the world, not the most difficult.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I say that is because Pep buys a player, the player plays the system, the worst finish in the last 5 years has been third place.
Right.
Amorim, in every single Manchester United press conference, bangs on about the system.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most difficult system in the world because he can't find a single player to make the system work.
Right. Yeah. And they've won 8 games since he's been there.
31 points from 31 games.
Yeah.
Besides the newly promoted teams to the Premier League, that is the lowest point total of anyone.
Yeah. How much longer do we think he has?
I think they spent too much money on him in the summer, buying players that he claims he wanted. So I think he gets a bit more time.
Mm-hmm.
They just spent 270 million pounds or whatever it was, 320 million pounds, whatever the final total ended up being, on players for him. They're not going to sack him now.
But then they didn't buy any of the pieces that he really needed, like the type of they keep talking about Bruno Fernandes and how he doesn't fit this system. It was like,
he's the only one that does anything.
Why the fuck didn't you sell him? There were buyers. Why didn't you sell him? And why didn't you bring in the guy you quote unquote need?
The multiple shows that I listened to made jokes about Bruno Fernandes probably booking the flights in the hotel for their away games because he literally does everything around there. He's putting in,
very true.
You know
very
what I'm
true.
saying? And then they've also laid off so many of the background staff.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, "Fuck, I'm the captain. I'll do that too."
But it's got to be frustrating because they yet again threw a lot of money at the problem. Yet again, while Cunha and Buemo are phenomenal, and Sesko is going to be a good striker, they threw a bunch of money at the exact same thing that they threw money at last year, which was the exact same thing they threw money at the year before that. They don't even think to go, maybe we need to improve our midfield. Maybe we need some more depth on defense.
Well, think Kobe Mainoo was one of the potential answers to England's midfield in the last Euros, right? Can't get a game now.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
He's obviously a good player.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the few bright spots from last season.
Yep.
Why can't he get a game now?
Yeah.
That midfield is terribly unbalanced.
Mm-hmm.
You need Bruno Fernandes further up the field to create and run essentially a 4-3-3.
But then you have...
Even if you did a 3-4-3, you have Mainoo at the base of it, or Ugarte at the base of it. Mainoo is the pivot, and Bruno Fernandes is your number 10.
But the problem is then those two can't keep up with the 3 or 4 midfielders they ultimately have to go against, which was the case of this match. They had to worry about 4 midfielders.
But they're also, if anyone in that central midfield gets hurt, they're in a ton of trouble. We've said it so far this season. They look a bit better. They look a bit more coherent, but they still haven't bedded in. Yeah. They still haven't gotten it done, and it took so long to solve their striker problem that he's had probably 6 training sessions since he signed. Yeah. So is he fully clued up? They didn't even play him in the first 2 games, but little cameos.
Right.
But what I do want to mention also, a quick shout out, 14 minutes into his Napoli debut, Rasmus Højlund gets a goal.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously Amorim. It's obviously the culture at the club. It's obviously the toxicity.
Yeah.
The toxicity of that city.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't disagree.
Disorder.
I know. Disorder. I know what you're
Disorder.
doing. Yes.
Am I
Are you gonna
close
start
to
going-
getting flagged, Mel?
Are you going to start doing opera?
Fucking love that song, by the way. It's awesome.
What do we think for City now? Because they did lose 2 in a row, right? They're at, 2 wins, 2 losses. Are you just not even fazed by the fact that they lost 2? It's just kind of like, yeah.
They're so good in the second half of the season, I don't think it really matters now unless you're picking up the points. So, like, when we lost to Liverpool the same weekend they lost, that was a dagger to me. Right? Because that second half of the season, when we start to tire, especially in a World Cup year, when other teams tend to start to tire, right? And, like, Liverpool haven't pulled up any trees.
No.
But they tend to not get a ton of injuries.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that in the next segment.
Liverpool.
But yeah.
So the second half of the season where everybody grinds out those results, regardless of how they're playing, is normally when we shit our pants.
Right.
To West Ham at home for no reason.
Right.
So that's the part that makes me nervous. So right now I'm kind of unfazed by it, although we need to pick up as many points as we can to keep them as far back as possible. Because once those players like bed in properly, once they're fully inflamed in the system, that City's going to be hard to beat.
Oh, you'll have that chance.
But as long as they have that Uzbeki kid at the back, they're in trouble.
You'll have that chance next weekend. Alrighty. 3 very different matches with all 3 of the clubs that are quote unquote in the title race. One was way too easy. Then another one dropped 2 points, while the last one escaped with 3. Arsenal 3, Forest 0, Chelsea 2, Brentford 2, Liverpool 1, Burnley 0. Nuno out, Ange in. That's what happened during the international break.
Yeah, you don't have to like people to work with people, and it was good.
Yeah.
First European season in 30-odd years. He's rolling. Started the season well as well, and you let him go because him and Edu don't get along.
And then you're going to bring
As
in a
an owner-
manager who
as an
plays a
owner-
completely different style of what you were just doing.
As an owner, you need to tell Edu to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Work with the guy. Figure it out.
Yeah. End it at the end of the summer, or midway through the year, but this early.
But they started well.
Yeah.
They've started.
They started well.
Yeah. They were on, 6 or 7 points or something from the first 3 or 4 games.
They lost once,
First
but I
3
think
games.
they were on 6. Yeah.
So, yeah. But so they've started better Manchester United.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep it going. The players obviously respond to him.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
And-
he's not out there going, I've got pictures of Armagnac as fucking another woman.
Right.
He's not out there doing that kind of stuff. All he said was our relationship was a lot worse than it was. That's the only thing he said.
Yeah.
And the only difference is Marinakis' insistence that they brought Edu in to run global operations for his little football group that he's got now
Right,
with
of
the
course.
three or 4 teams or whatever it is that he owns. But to bin him off, I think was a terrible idea, and Arsenal were ready for it. I mean, Ange has this cloud over him because of Tottenham's season last season, right? Finishing in 17th, despite winning the Europa League. There's still a cloud around him. And with our dominance in this game, right? First, you also have an injury to Murillo, a muscle injury.
Yep.
Right now, fucking Ange takes over, muscle injury within 3 days.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
First issue. The crowd, we were so dominant. They had 1 shot on target the entire game, and it was tame.
Yeah.
5 shots total, and most of them were desperate efforts, right? The Arsenal faithful started singing, "Are you Tottenham in disguise?"
Mm-hmm.
What a disrespectful thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm fucking here for it.
Yeah.
But it's what it was because they were not good. Now, I get it. In 3 days, they can't do it. But I don't think he understood what Nuno was doing.
Yeah.
And changed the way they played, tried to change the way they played in 3 days, and it completely fucked them off.
So this team will be fine. I feel that this team is still a top 10 team. I feel that Ange is a good coach ultimately, and they have very good players. This team will be fine this season, but eventually this thing is going to blow up, and it's going to be worse than when Leicester went down. It is going to epically fall apart, and there's going to be only one person to blame. It's Marinakis.
Yeah, I'm going to be worried about the injuries because that could hurt them.
They still buy 567 players every season, so they'll be okay for depth.
But you can only register how many for the league. I don't know, man. I like Ange. He's a good interview. I don't think his tactics necessarily are bad, but I think he's a stubborn old bastard, and I don't think that'll serve him well because he went hell for leather in the league last season, and you saw where it got him, especially when the injuries started piling up.
Yep.
Right? He would not change. But we saw him change his tactics in the Europa League. We saw Tottenham be more pragmatic.
Right.
We saw them take more care and have a more patient build-up and a more, everything in the Europa League. So he has the ability to adapt. He's just a stubborn old bastard and wouldn't do it.
Yeah, precisely.
In the league. And he did have a good quote in the interview. There's always fluff questions here or there, right? It's always a clickbaity title that reporters are required to ask by their outlet to get the clickbaity title. But he says to him, he was like, "I love your tan. What happened?" He goes, "Well, mate, I'd rather not have a tan because that means I'm out of a job." He goes, "But we did have a nice holiday in Greece, my family and I." It's very funny. It was pretty good.
Pretty brilliant.
First off, Zubamendi, goal of the month.
Oh, my
At
God.
least goal of the month. There's a couple of goals already this season I think were better, but that strike was fucking brilliant.
But also Odegaard.
Hurt shoulder again.
Yeah.
Aggravated that injury from before after being taken out.
Why start him? Why not just let him ease his way back in?
Wanjeri,
I was a little worried
Well, he
about
played both games for Norway and was excellent.
Yeah.
In the international break. They thought, I guess, he was fixed.
Yeah.
And then took another giant spill on that right shoulder.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
But Wanjeri, when he came in, was excellent, which I think bodes well.
Yeah.
Nani Madueke has been excellent in Saka's absence.
Eze was great.
And Eze getting his first assist, I think, was huge. The way in which he took that ball, I think it was a Calafiori pass, and played it first time with his wrong foot, pinpoint accurate, and Gorkaresh gets that goal just after halftime. It was fucking excellent, man.
Yeah, for you guys, it was frankly way too easy. But
the
that's
only
what you
thing we
want to see.
missed was a Madueke goal to get him some extra confidence. But he played for me. Nani Madueke was the man of the match, despite a brace from Zubamendi.
It's funny how they're quote unquote cast-offs from Chelsea that fucking thrive with you guys. Just thrive.
He has thrived. Kai, I think, has thrived. But remember, we got Yossi Benayoun, the Israeli international, years ago. Absolute dog shit time at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Raheem Sterling last season. Absolute dog shit time last season.
Sterling was only meant there to be a fill-in guy. You knew that.
Still, I don't even think he bagged an assist. There was nothing doing.
True. Be surprised Chelsea early. But they get Palmer onto the pitch, and the minute they get Palmer onto the pitch, Chelsea go up 2-1.
I think the team selection from Maresca here was very weird. The entire front line, minus João Pedro, was different. You had Jeremy Gittins. You had Buonanotte, who I think he felt bad about leaving him out of the Champions League squad, because in his signing interview, he said, very excited to be playing Champions League football, and then he didn't make the 25-man roster to play Champions League football.
Yeah.
Which is kind of tough. Obviously, Cole Palmer, you have coming off that injury. But for me, if he's fit enough to come in for longer than 10 minutes, he's fit enough to start the fucking game.
Yeah.
And should have.
And particularly with him, the difference he makes on that team,
exactly.
You have to start him. You have to fucking start him.
I thought all that was strange. You had João Pedro out on the right, João Pedro was up front. And you had Pedro Neto, excuse me.
Yeah.
Got my Pedros mixed up.
It can happen.
Pedro Neto out on the right, who is a normal starter for them. But it was a weird combination of first time those four have played together. Forced Enzo Fernandez a bit further back. Moises Caicedo played the same position. But then you had also the outside left and outside right back were different. You had Hato and some other guy. And
hard to keep up with the amount of people.
I know, but they fucking have way too many people. So I thought that first half was a bit disjointed from Chelsea, and I thought Brentford did very well to weather a little bit of a storm, but then to hit them on the counter. And Kevin Shada, I mean, what pace that was. It was excellent. I thought it was horrible defending. from Trevor Chalobah. I thought it was terrible defending. Could have been way better, but just wasn't. And he took full advantage of it. And then you had, obviously, as you say, Palmer comes on, gets the goal, which you look like you think Chelsea's going to be rolling.
Well, and then, so riddle me this. Are long throw-ins sexy now? Like, is that like the new young hot freshness? Is fucking long throw-ins? Everybody needs to go fucking find some Tom Tonks fucking working a sandwich cart somewhere, because not some. Every fucking team this season has had at least one long throw into the box. And for some reason, all these like well-trained, professional, top of the fucking league players suddenly can't figure out a long fucking throw. Like, that's a play that's been busted up forever. There's a reason why it's only done in lower leagues, because it should be easy to defend.
Well, here's the thing, though. But
confused.
Center backs aren't like they used to be. Mm-hmm. Center backs don't just go gobble balls up anymore. Center backs are ball-playing players now.
Right.
They're not just back there to head the ball out. And this tiki-taka sort of style of play over the last 15 years, you're not required to that's why Route 1 still has a problem for some teams. Is those center backs aren't used to sitting back there and gobbling stuff up anymore, right? I've heard at least 2 pundits say this. And so if they've got a problem dealing with stuff in the box, right? Like, you didn't say West Ham.
Yeah.
6 goals conceded from corners this season.
Yeah.
If you got a guy that can throw it to the edge of the 6, that's essentially a corner.
It is. It's a corner.
So why not create a problem for West Ham?
Yeah. And and for Chelsea,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they're doing now, is they're going, these center backs have an issue with the ball in the air. Right from a corner, you have the added benefit of the goalkeeper there. From a long throw at the edge of the 18, you're getting it close enough that you can get a flick on, but not close enough to the goalkeeper that he can come to it. So you're causing the center backs have to deal with it, and they're not.
I will say, I mean, obviously you need to do better with it, all of them, the defense and Robert Sanchez. But I will say, thought the player was off. So it was the ball came in, and there was the guy who flicked it over to the goal scorer, right? There was a player that was in an offsides position, stepped up in front of the defender that the ball went past after the flick. He went for it, did not get it. So technically, he came from an offside position. He made an attempt on the ball that led directly to a goal. It
could have been offside.
Honestly, should have been called offsides.
I hear you.
But also in that moment, it's just like, Chelsea, what are you fucking doing? See that fucking game out. Why are you, especially if you're starting to see the long throws, start thinking of throw-ins like fucking corners.
Right, pack the box, yeah.
Or also, don't try not to let a throw-in happen in that area. Kick the ball up a little bit further. Let it go out closer to midfield. Like, that's something I think you're going to start seeing out of defenses, Sam, now, is that they're going to start going, ooh, I got to make sure that clear isn't just a clear into the stands. I got to make sure that's a clear that's
hits a coach
20 yards up the pitch.
That hits a technical area.
Yeah, that's where I need to clear it to now. I can't just rip into it. But
Moises Caicedo right before that, thunderbolt. Absolute thunderbolt.
Great goal.
Fantastic goal. Used the defense very well to unsight the goalkeeper and just absolutely rifled that ball into the corner. I mean, he struck the fuck out of that thing.
Yeah. Brentford, nice couple of wins. They've got Fulham coming up next, which is a big derby for them. And so, I mean, maybe they're going to do enough to be okay. I don't know. I don't have faith in the longevity of the season being I
feel worse about West Ham than I do Brentford.
That's perfectly fair assessment. But for Chelsea, it's like, you really haven't come out of the gate very good. Like, not one bit. And if you're supposed to be title contenders, you got to be looking better than that. You can't be letting that kind of goal happen.
It's also for Brentford as well. It's a rivalry that the other team doesn't take seriously.
Right.
It's a derby the other team doesn't take seriously. And you got a come from behind 2-2 draw.
Yep.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
That's galvanizing. That's something. And Jordan Henderson, potential pass of the season.
Oh, that was a beaut.
It was a fantastic ball. I think it was for Shadas. It was a fantastic ball.
It was for Shadas.
He looks over his shoulder before he even receives the ball and just lets off this amazing blind right-footed pass diagonal as the ball was passed to him from his right side and just helped it along over the defense. It was excellent.
The Clarets do everything right for 90 minutes. Yeah, there was the second yellow and everything in the 90, but
I'm not sure that was I think the yellow is a touch harsh. To be fair,
I think don't give the referee a decision to make, and you're already on a yellow at that point. Also, as a coach, why is that guy still on the pitch if he's already on a yellow when you know you're going to have to play hard-nosed tackle football?
Yeah.
Like, you're putting yourself into bad scenarios.
That's true. That's very true.
But they, I mean, unlike United, who didn't get a fucking single
Roy Keane
yellow
had a
card
big problem with that, didn't he?
in a fucking derby.
Did you see any of his interviews?
Yes, just you and I have talked about that before. It's a derby.
Show some spirit.
Show a little bit of spirit, but in the case of spirit, Burnley played an almost fucking perfect game, and Liverpool did not look good. They looked ordinary and pedestrian at best. They could look like they could not figure out how to break down a low block, and it was bad.
What did Brody put in the closed group? Drunkard United FC, if you want to find it on Facebook. Drunkard United FC. But Brody made that point. He said, look at their first four. They're 4 for 4. The 4 wins. Not convincing in really any game. They gave up a 2-goal lead against Bournemouth, and then they turn around and scrape by against us.
Yeah,
right?
It took a worldie. They gave up a 2-goal lead against Newcastle, eventually won. They had
in the 94th minute.
Yeah.
And then they had the this game.
The question I had, my second question was, why is no one convinced with Liverpool's 4-0-0 start? Because
they look shaky.
Yeah.
They look shaky. I
I think more people are convinced with City's 2-0-2 than they seem to be with Liverpool's 4-0.
Right. Well, part of the problem is, right, I was pissed off at the way, and I told you this, I said it on the show, the way Arsenal set up at Anfield, right? We built the team to be able to attack these fucking people.
Yeah. And then
to be able to play our style and exert ourselves on the game. So why now I understand, again, it's that Jose line of thought. Get a draw at their place, win at your place. You're fucking 4 points up to their 1.
Right.
You win the title.
Right.
Essentially.
Precisely.
And
That's
then
what you gotta
do what you're supposed to do against the other teams.
Right.
But so you set up a bit more pragmatic away from home.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not why you spent £350 million this summer.
Right.
You spent £350 million this summer to be able to go toe-to-toe and to be able to dominate those games. So go dominate that game.
Right.
We gave them the opportunity to stay in the game. They looked shaky, and we didn't change anything we were doing.
Right. You didn't change the look. You didn't try to go at them harder.
We changed too late.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, Burnley obviously can't do that. And I felt so bad. Did you see the reaction of the dude that gave away the Hannibal? Gave away the handball.
Inconsolable after the match.
Stopped and just covered his face like this in the corner of the penalty area. Is so heartbreaking because they played a phenomenal game. Him specifically played a phenomenal game. Well, and then for that to be the thing that decides it is a shame.
And what people will do is they're doing the, how do you do that? Why do you, like, in that moment, you're thinking I'm throwing my body at everything right now. That's all. We need to hold on for 3 more minutes
and still
throw our bodies at everything.
The ball, it's coming from far enough away that yes, it's a penalty.
Yeah, it's absolutely a penalty.
But if he's whipping that ball in, which he did, it's still moving at a fair rate of speed, and he's only 9 yards away, 8 yards away, if that.
Right.
So it's still coming at you. Yeah. It's not like you have time to go, oh no, here comes the ball, and retract your arm.
Well, it was like he threw his body and kind of curved it. And
but his arm's away from his body to stop the cross from coming in. So it's definitely a handball. But it just, it's not like he has the reaction time to go, oh shit.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that.
He's also in throw my body in front of everything mode.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
That's all they're thinking is just
I was so gutted for him. Yeah. I was so gutted for him. In an age when players dive a lot, in an age when players go kind of crazy, protesting decisions that we're all looking at like super innocuously and all this kind of stuff. to see that genuine of a reaction and heartbreak in that was just painful to watch. I felt so bad for the kid.
And Mo, when not really off to the best of starts this year, but buries the fucking pen, does what Mo does, man. Does what Mo does.
Wins games.
And frankly, people might not be convinced by it, but they're fucking undefeated.
Oh, yeah.
Rounding out the rest of the league, and so shutouts. I mean, that happened. Everton 0, Villa 0, Sunderland 0, Palace 0, Fulham 1, Leeds 0. Oh, I mean Leeds 1. No, Fulham 1, Leeds 0, Bournemouth 2, Brighton 1, Newcastle 1, Wolverhampton 0, Tottenham 3, West Ham 0. Very simple. Toffees couldn't finish, and when they could finish, Emmy was fucking huge. That's really the game. Emmy had only 2 saves. He really had 3. 1 got taken away because it was offsides early. But
so you're saying the Manchester Derby could have been 2-0 instead of 3-0?
Yeah. Well, for you guys, Mel, I mean, it's kind of this is what you needed, right?
Emmy Martinez.
Yeah.
Where was Marco Bizot? Where's that cunt?
Emmy Martinez.
You needed him
No
to
further questions.
You needed him to get into the box, and you needed him to play a stellar game. He did exactly what you needed him to do.
God, it was so sexy.
Well, here's the problem, right? Between you guys, and this is the only thing I'm going to say about it. You had 27 shots between the two teams, just 3 of those on target.
Yeah, 3 total shots on target.
So Emmy only had 2 things to do.
Yeah.
And Jordan Pickford only had 1 thing to do.
Pickford's was right at him. Like, very routine.
But 27 shots were, that is fairly exciting, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it had action for a 0-0.
It was an exciting draw. I can't believe those words came out of my mouth either.
Well, I mean, fuck for you. You guys just need a point, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're not going to score, at least don't lose, right?
I mean, I wasn't with Pickford in the net. I was not optimistic on our chances. But my God, we've got fucking Buendia and Watkins at the front. What are we doing? What's going on? What's happening?
There seems to be no creative bone in y'all's body left all of a sudden. It's an artist that's lost their brushes.
Is it they just got to play European football and then it's all going to fucking click and they'll be fine?
I don't know.
It just doesn't
I
seem
think
right.
once the dam breaks, it'll be okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's just one of those, like, you just got this mental block at the moment.
Yeah, precisely.
I'm surprised y'all didn't score, to be honest.
Well,
the way you've been.
Beto has scored in his last 2, and Beto had way too many opportunities, and it just wasn't Beto's day. I'm not holding it against him like, oh, you got to play Barry instead of Beto. Just Beto had a bad day at the office, man, because he had a lot of good looks.
To all of us.
And if he had managed to do what Mo did, which was have a bad day at the office, but figure out a way to put 1 in, Everton win. Right. Well, so moving on, Mexico's favorite club team, Sunderland and Crystal Palace. That's got to be mentioned, right? We haven't talked about it yet, but all of Mexico has adopted Sunderland as their official English club for the year, which is
for no reason. Which is
brilliant.
Awesome. Yeah.
No Mexican players on the team. Like every time they're like, "Viva la Sunderland!" It's fucking awesome.
Well, and the fucking best part about it too is Raul Jimenez is in the league.
Yeah,
their record goal scorer in their history or some shit.
Should totally be Fulham. They're like, nah,
absolutely.
Like, nah, fuck off, Sunderland. That's our club. Yeah. Bring on the timeware, baby. Let's do this shit. And Sunderland has totally bought into it too. It's so fucking fantastic.
They hired a mariachi band for halftime. They did not. They didn't do that.
They are planning on doing like a Mexican weekend, where they're trying to encourage Mexicans to travel over, and
That's
come for
good.
a match and do the whole thing. So,
come to a white nation that doesn't hate you.
This was a very, very even.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
A very even first half.
I love that was part of the pitch. The owner and the manager are French. We hate the Americans as well.
Yeah. No.
Come here.
Come watch a match. No ice.
I was going to say, we serve our drinks warm.
No ice. No ice, baby.
Oh, speaking of that real quick, did you see the cunt that was walking around D.C. following the National Guardsman with the Imperial March playing?
Oh, yes, I did see that.
Absolutely fucking brilliant. And the National Guard had to threaten to call the police on him, and he was like, all right, cool. And then just takes off with them again.
I love it.
Love everything about it.
Like I said, first half was fairly even, but the second half was all Palace. I mean, Palace dominated the second half, just like Everton just couldn't put the ball in the back of the fucking net.
Palace did everything but score.
Right.
I mean, it's 6 shots on target. They, from like 15 or something. It was almost 50%, on. They were a very good team in this. Sunderland just could not get a fucking foothold to save their lives. No shots on target. I think only 1 or 2 in general at all. Shots.
First half there was little to nothing, but it was even. The second half it was Palace all over Sunderland, and they just held on for life.
And I think Palace are such an organized side. I think that you're going to see this with like Bournemouth as well. I think your sort of 9th through 11th is going to contain Palace and Bournemouth.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
As long as they keep hold of these managers. Because those are the 2 guys that I'm going to tip to take over Manchester United in February. Oli Glasner and Adone Areola.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 guys I think take over Manchester United in February when inevitably they have to fire Ruben Amorim.
Yeah, don't disagree.
Then I think they tank.
Yeah.
Both clubs. But for now, they're both quite organized, and they're both quite good.
Yeah.
And they were in this game. They just could not get the ball into the back of the net.
And for Sunderland, you need to nick some points like this on the road.
Was excellent.
It's a great point to nick, man. If you're going to survive,
absolutely,
these are the ones, right? And
absolutely, because I think Palace takes Leeds out,
and you need to do a few of these in March. You're going to need to find a few of these on the road where you Sean Dyche it. You figure out a way to get a draw.
What I tell you, it's points on the board, right? Yep. And Sunderland are racking up points these first few weeks of the season. They're sitting on 6 points, I think.
Yeah,
they've got a win or 5 points, maybe win and 2 draws and a loss now.
Huh?
Because they lost last time out.
Oh, and they'll get points on the next one because we all know Villa's not scoring against them. So,
not if Roof plays like this.
Yeah,
Roof was excellent. Raise the roof.
Leeds.
He was on fire, Sam.
Yeah, yes, I understand. Leeds showed they belonged. They absolutely showed they belonged. They played a mid-table, quote-unquote mid-table team in their building, and they played them perfectly toe-to-toe. And if you want to talk about perfect, Gudmundsson's header was absolutely pinpoint perfect.
So I have a problem with that.
Problem, wrong net.
Correct. But I am going to go back for a moment. I guess it just is the fact that I am a father, I guess. 4 kids, the dad jokes are strong with me. I was going to say, how do you have me by 12 years and your dad jokes aren't as strong?
I don't have kids.
I thought it was just something that men developed.
I just
when they hit 40 or 50.
I just tell incredibly raunchy, dirty jokes that are equally as funny.
So do I.
I don't have to censor them for children.
If you go to patreon.com/DU Football Show, you can hear me make a joke about Sam getting teabagged by a doctor.
Very good.
I make raunchy jokes too.
Yeah.
Cunt.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Not as good as me.
Gudmundsson, how unlucky is that?
Yeah.
At this level, you have to assume the ball is going to make it to you.
Right.
His body shape was all wrong.
And it was like he was trying to avoid it with his head.
and then still hit it.
And yet somehow hit it beautifully. Like
it was
off
absurd.
the side of the post. It was a gorgeous header.
We've all been there. We've all done dumb shit. But like his whole body shape was incorrect. It was. He obviously did not expect the ball to make it to where he was. And then he went, oh shit, and panicked. And then just went, boom. And that was it.
Right. Perfectly into the back of the net.
Terribly unfortunate, obviously.
It should have been 0-0. That's what the score, the game felt that's the way it should have gone.
Yeah, but it was an all action game, but there was a lot of wastefulness in the final third from both sides. I really don't think either of them deserved goals.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, every shot on target was pretty tame.
Yeah.
But to get to that final ball, I thought both teams played pretty well, and it was fairly exciting.
Yeah.
It just that final iteration of football just sucked.
But just like Sunderland,
until Gudmundsson forgot who he was for a moment.
But just like Sunderland, for for Leeds, what you take out of this is, although you lost, you know you can go toe-to-toe with mid-level clubs in their building, which means when Fulham comes to your building, you should feel pretty confident at Ellen Road. You can nick 3
That the crowd
points.
can get you over the line.
You can get 3
Fair
points.
dues.
You can, so that if we're looking at the positives for the 3 newly promoted sides, Burnley is hustling their ass off. They're playing good defensive ball. Even though they've lost players that helped get them to where they are, they still have the same mentality. It feels like Kyle Walker is fully bedded in as being their captain and helping lead them and doing the job he's supposed to do. Sunderland is getting points.
He's
They're
also not being
tough.
asked to bomb up the field like he was at City.
They're looking tough. They're getting points. Leeds are playing people like scrappy and well and physical. So for all 3 of those teams, it's like you look at the start of the season, you go, it's a whole lot better than what I automatically thought of the 3 teams last season.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, 100%. The Seagulls are an absolute fucking head scratcher. You tie Fulham in a game you should have won. You lose to Everton in their building. Okay, fine. It's the kickoff of the new stadium. You lose here to Bournemouth, and granted, it's at Bournemouth, but you beat City. They're just.
But that's how Brighton was under Potter. That's how
weird.
Brighton was under the Italian dude starts with a Z. I can't even remember his name now.
This team needs to have more consistency. I mean, I know they're young, but they're always going to be young, right? Like this
But
is
you
when
also
gotta-
can't account. Like Alex Scott doesn't score many goals. Absolute fucking banger in this one.
Oh yeah, it was a gorgeous.
It was similar, very similar actually to Moises Caicedo's goal.
Yeah, it was a beaut. It was a fucking beaut.
So you had that to deal with. And then they fought back. Kyra Matoma got on the score sheet for the first time this season. That was an excellent goal as well. But, obviously, Van Hecke, boneheaded mistake. I mean, honestly, this should have been a 1-1 as well.
Yeah.
And I think it absolutely was a penalty.
Yeah.
And when you have someone like Antoine Semenyo step up, I mean, it's pretty much a goal at this point. But, again, Bournemouth did enough to stay in the game. They did enough to take the lead, first of all, and they did enough to stay in the game. So even when Brighton got one back, they don't let their heads drop. Bournemouth, they continue to work just as hard. They continue to press, and they continue to fight. And that's why you've seen them come from 2 goals behind against Liverpool. That's why you see them eking out games like this.
And the cherries, and obviously, as we've talked about with the coaches already for both Palace and Bournemouth, but you lose the amount of pieces you lose, but you retooled correctly. This team's going to be right in the middle of the fucking table. There's no issues.
But I think, again, inevitably when Manchester United fires Amorim, because they will at some point.
I think Glasner's the one they'll go after, because Glasner will want to leave Palace because Palace has not bought for him the way he wanted.
I think they'll go after either one of them. I'm not sure which one would leave their post. But
I think Glasner would leave his post.
I think he
before
would too.
Areola.
For United, I think he would too.
Yeah.
But I think they'll walk in and have instant massive respect.
Yeah.
Because they changed their own system.
Mm-hmm.
They changed the way they play based on who they're playing.
Yeah.
They approach games in different ways. Amorim just doesn't do that. And this was a perfect example of it. Again, Bournemouth go. We can go toe-to-toe with these guys. Let's do it. And they did. And they come out on top.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, 100% exactly what Newcastle needed.
Yeah, new guy gets the goal.
Sign the new guy. New guy gets a goal. It happens early. You know, you see it out. You could have scored more.
It should have been more.
But the cloud of Isaac and all that drama is lifted, and the team
To an extent,
they
but
looked freer.
Listen, Voltamade peeled off his defender well. Sublime cross from Jacob Murphy. Header was good. He's not known for heading the ball out, despite being like 6'6".
Right.
He's not known for that. He's known for actually quite skillful play. But I think there's a lot of Newcastle fans that are a lot like me.
Mm-hmm.
I had never seen Voltamade in the flesh before at all. Not even a photograph.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he should live in a van by the sea.
Looks like a surfer, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
It's kind of shaggy, not as long as mine, obviously, but kind of shaggy, like dyed blonde hair, had a weird fucking goatee, He definitely owns a Volkswagen van.
Best one I heard was someone said, "I'm glad to see the lead singer from Nickelback has found a second career."
Exactly. Yeah, like fucking. What is this guy doing? What does he look like? That's a very bold aesthetic to choose.
And
because he's also rich, it's not like you're stuck doing these things. You could go get any hairstyle you want.
Yes, Newcastle could have gotten more, but we do need to keep in mind Wolves aren't very good, but Wolves aren't going to give up a lot of goals. They're not. This is a Pereira team. They're good down the spine. They've got an experienced keeper who is prone to mistakes, but
you know who's good down the spine?
All right.
Mm-hmm. Volta Molde, because I guarantee he owns a massage table. He's good down the spine too.
Yeah, heard.
Those big hands.
Tottenham rebound nicely. After doing the most Spursiest thing ever, which was losing to Bournemouth in their building, because that's how Spurs roll.
I mean, it took them a while to get going. Now, granted, this is a derby that's a bit tetchy. Mm-hmm. It's now calmed down from one side, though. Right? Yeah. Tottenham don't give a fuck about this game anymore.
West Ham really care about this game.
Yeah, because the whole crux of the derby started because of the stadium.
Yeah.
Well, now Tottenham have a better stadium than West Ham anyway.
So they don't care.
They don't fucking care, but West Ham still care that they got one over on Tottenham.
Shouldn't have been called back. There was no real foul on Walker Peters for the first goal. The first half they got called back.
Yeah.
It wasn't a foul.
You're probably right.
Wasn't a foul.
That's fine. Spurs didn't care, but
if anything, what was interesting was the West Ham defender literally doing uppies and was doing a piggyback ride on fucking Van der Ven.
Yeah,
who they said Van der Ven was the one who pushed over fucking Walker Peters. It was just like, nah.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter. Inevitably,
at the end of the day, it didn't matter, right? 90 seconds into the second half, Tottenham come out and just absolutely put it to bed.
Yeah.
That goal, and you could see the West Ham players just deflate.
Yeah.
And it was all Spurs after that.
Yeah.
What I worry really from West Ham is Graham Potter's tactics are obviously confusing because they haven't been able to do anything with them since he's been there, really. But I say this time and time again, you know there's a problem if you're conceding goals consistently within 5 minutes of halftime.
Yeah.
Your players either don't get it or don't care.
Right.
Because you just got the assignment. Literally just got the assignment.
Mm-hmm.
And within a minute and a half, you're picking the ball out the back of the net. It is a fucking travesty.
Yeah. And then, one of your key players gets a straight red. That he knew.
It was a straight red.
He was like, fuck.
It was a straight red. It was almost as pitiful of a response to it as what's his name from Bournemouth, Hannibal's response for Burnley.
Yeah.
Giving a handball away. He just knew. Fuck.
Can't debate that one.
Yeah, but Souček's a seasoned pro and he's a bit older, so I didn't feel as bad. Hannibal was quite young and sad about it.
Yeah.
So I felt terrible for him.
Yeah.
And in the context of the game also is a bit different.
They have the moment of brilliance 2 weeks ago with Somerville kind of jump starting them and getting them there. They're
and then come back to this. And most of the players aren't even internationals.
Yeah, I don't even know who the hell's
he's
going to
had
get
2
Bowen.
more weeks to work with them kind of to go. And
I don't know who's going to get Bowen the ball. He's a talented player. He should be scoring double-digit goals. I have no idea who's going to get him the fucking ball.
Paquetá, Fulkrug, and Jared Bowen were the only players missing, I think. And maybe Souček.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else plays for their country. So you had 2 more weeks to work with a majority of the squad.
Yeah.
Fucked it off.
How much longer do you think he has?
I don't think he has much time because they didn't spend much. They didn't invest much in him.
Yeah.
They didn't buy that many players.
Yeah. Oh.
So I don't see what's the point in keeping him on. Amorim, you spent $380 million or whatever the number was. I know I've said 4 different numbers talking about it, but if I invest that much money in you, I'm gonna give you a chance to make it work, right? Rather than pile another $30 million on a payout, for firing you. But if I didn't spend that much money on you in the first place, what do I care about your $12 million payout?
Yeah, true.
It's cheaper than buying a fucking player.
Yeah, it is.
I should find a coach that can coach his team.
Yeah,
is what I should do.
Yeah.
So I don't know that Graham Potter has a ton of time left.
I tend to agree.
And so everybody knows, since we were talking about that, 4-hour predictions. We had a plan to have our predictions done by the end of the international window. Obviously, Nuno was sacked prior to the end of the international window. We are not counting him as the first manager sacked.
Yeah, because we both wrote our predictions this weekend.
Correct.
Right. Like I wrote mine on Friday.
Our predictions will be the second manager sacked this season because Nuno does not count towards that because we had not written them yet, just as a caveat for the end of the season so you know why we're giving ourselves a point when it's Graham Potter.
Wouldn't be surprised if we both wrote Potter.
Sure money.
All right, ladies and gents, this is the segment of the show where we give you our bets to better inform you on your bets. And if you haven't figured out by the hashtag Bants, don't fucking listen to us because it sucks. I am down $300. That is 0 for 3 for the season because we'd never bet on the first game of the season. So I'm fucked. And you, what do you got?
I am also down 300.
Yeah, get in.
Because I went
you
real
suck too.
Well, I went with all 4 favorites to win, and it was Arsenal did their job, Newcastle did their job, Chelsea almost did their job, and then got confused by someone who throw ball far.
I throw ball far.
And then at that point too, I'm just bitter because they miss. I'm just like, Liverpool, couldn't you just fucked it off? And I've been like, I was 2 for fucking 4. I would have liked to have then lost the bet, but no, you fuckers had to get a handball in the 93rd minute to rescue.
I'd rather
3
lose a
points.
bet by 4 legs than lose a bet by 1 leg.
Yeah, it just
Really
bitter.
makes me mad.
So, yeah, I am a big 0 for 3. So,
Big Sam's Lock of the Week.
I'm still going to tell you, Mr. Graham, 0% of the time, but that's going to get fixed. It works 100% of the
What's
time.
that? You put Arsenal will win?
Yeah,
That's not math.
I know it's not math. Actually, what I
Depends who you
did
talk to.
What I
So
did
be
this
honest.
week does involve Arsenal, not to win though, because they're playing City, but very simple. 2-leg parlay. Both of them are over 2.5 total goals. Spurs and Brighton, Arsenal and City. I feel like both of those matches have got 2-1, 2-2 written all over them.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Spurs are going to score goals, but Spurs are going to give up goals, you know? And then in the instance of you two, it feels like a 2-1, 2-2. Like probably 2-1 to you. Maybe they make it 2-2 late. But all I need it to be is 3 goals. 3 goals in both, and I win.
Saliba's not going to be fit, which means Holland is completely going to be occupied by Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's more mature than he was, but this has every chance that Gabriel gets a red card.
Yep.
And this makes me nervous.
Here's the main reason why I did that. Plus 1178 on that.
That's pretty
Great
good.
fucking
And
odds.
what was the other game?
Brighton and Spurs over 2.5.
So we're kind of simpatico.
Alrighty, well then
So
what you got going on?
We have the ability to be pragmatic, right? Even though we're at home, we have the ability to be pragmatic. And I get nervous about this Gabriel Holland matchup. So I only did over 1.5 in ours instead of over 2.5.
9-way parlay.
It's only 5. Brighton versus Tottenham over 2.5. I have the same thing. I think they're going to go after each other.
Yep.
They are Palace or draw with West Ham.
Okay.
And under 3.5 goals in that game.
Okay, that feels right.
And then just straight up, the most Fulhamish thing ever. I think there's a draw between Fulham and Brentford.
Okay, that's fair.
And then
Not good gambling.
again, Arsenal versus City over 1.5 in that game. Didn't pick a winner. Mine, that 5, gets me plus 983.
Terrible with money.
Well, your 2-leg parlay is further odds than my 5-leg.
But mine's gonna hit.
What if mine hits 2? What are you going to do then? You going to eat crow?
I mean, I'll be ahead of you, so it won't matter.
You going to eat
No, I won't eat crow.
egg on your face? What do I got to do?
None of that. None of that.
You're eating something.
No, none of that. I'll just be ahead of you. Yes, producer Mel.
Oh, we had a question from
I mean,
the
you have
chats.
eggs.
Yeah. Okay, what do we got?
Jack wants to know, who do you think Everton's best player is right now? Asking for my fantasy team.
I mean, it's Jack Grealish.
It's in
I
Jai.
was gonna finish that with the, and why is it Jack Grealish?
It's in Jai.
Yeah. Grealish.
Grealish brings the creativity, but in Jai finishes your moves.
Right.
And he has done. He saved you last season. Not saved you. Obviously, David Moyes saved you. But I think Element and Jai is your best player, period.
Those two, and then to a lesser extent as well, because let's not forget he gets a fuck ton of shutouts, is Jordan Pickford.
Yeah.
Pickford gets a shit. He will get 12 shutouts this year. That's what he does.
You've got the perfect complement to Njai and Grealish, because Njai makes the thankless runs. He does the things. Jack's got the brain to get him the ball.
Yep.
But I think with the goals that he popped up with last season, without that true creative presence, I think that puts Njai over the top.
Very good.
For me.
All right.
And
Now,
then Kieran Dewsbury Hall's been excellent this season as well.
Graham, if they wanted to hear us really talk about fantasy, where would they find that?
Oh, that's very easy. It's patreon.com/DFootball Show. You sign up to that one $5 tier and you get all of our extra content. One of those shows is DU After Dark, as it's affectionately called, or Injury Time, as it's affectionately titled. And that's where we talk about our fantasy, talk about the other teams we support. We have a Scottish team in there. We've got a lower league team in there that we talk about. And then we also go over the beers that we've been drinking, side beers during the show as well. It's only cost you $5 a month, but it sticks me here for another hour.
Excellent. Well, we are, I don't need to do the rest of the close, but Mr. Graham, I know our parting words. It happens to do with someone who's done it a couple of times, and it happened here in good old US of A.
Yeah, but, given the current climate, it's probably celebrated.
Yeah.
Luis Suarez spit at somebody again.
Keyword again. As in the fourth fucking time.
He's just a cunt, man.
To go along with biting someone twice, saying racist shit once.
At least
oral
one.
fixation.
True. Somebody should get that guy a cucumber.
And
Pacifier, at least.
He's what he is, right?
It's the teeth, man.
But how many games was he suspended by the MLS?
3, won it? 4?
3.
3? Yeah.
Fucking
It's pitiful.
3.
It really is pitiful.
A Sounders player was Sounders personnel had his
That's the other thing. It wasn't even a
privileges
player.
taken away. Like,
The other thing, it wasn't even a player.
Like-
it was a fucking part of the coaching staff.
yeah,
or some
but like
shit.
he had his
Or a trainer or
credentials
something.
pulled for the rest of the year. So like he's not allowed to come back to the stadium. So essentially suspended for the rest of the year. And
But why? What did I don't know. What did he
no,
do?
not suspended. It's probationary, but he's like got this like big giant mark on him. If he fucks off once, he's gone. And it's like, here is a guy who is now spit on people 4 fucking times. Again, bit people twice. Like, when are you going to finally say that's it? No, you're done. You're done. You're just not. We don't want you here. Go
He would
away.
have been kicked out of daycare by now.
Yeah. Like, gone.
Also, careful.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want you here. Get out.
Yeah.
You're too bold to say those things.
Yeah. Heard. I heard. I am for me, he is a habitual breaker
Absolutely.
of laws.
100%.
He does not care. He does
doesn't
not
give
show
a shit
remorse.
about the rules. Yes,
It
absolutely.
is not. It is when it happens again, not if it happens again. He will do it again. And
But it's a continual
because-
thing. I mean, when he bit somebody for the second time, it's like, bro,
It's
like he just doesn't care.
He's really talented and it brings money to the league. Fuck off. Take a fucking stand. Kick him the fuck out of the league. And honestly, FIFA, just tell him,
I don't know.
hey, bud, you're done playing footy. You've had a great career. You've won all kinds of shit. You're done. You don't get to play anymore.
But send the message at minimum. Send the message, like ban him for the rest of the season. I don't know that you can cancel his contract because I think that's no MLS. I think the league still owns all the contracts, don't they?
They do.
They probably could cancel his contract for that. But okay, so maybe don't go that extreme, but ban him for the rest of the year, or ban him for 6 months, or ban him for whatever. Like send a message. 3 games is fucking. You can get 4 if your red card is particularly egregious. Yeah. You could get a 4-game suspension.
Yeah. He'll do it.
You know
again.
what I mean?
He's gonna do it
Right.
again. He's gonna do it again. It's annoying. It's just
a matter of time. The only thing is if he retires in the next year or 2, which I think he might do, there might not be enough time for him to fuck it off again.
Right.
But it's definitely going to be. He has it in him for sure.
He'll do it again.
100%. And that's why he's our cunt of the week.
All right. Next up is going to be DU does EFL, which South Coast Derby happened this weekend.
South Coast Derby happened. You text me about it. I was I told you. I was like, I'm fucked up, bro. I ain't waking up.
Well, don't worry. I watched every minute of it. It was fucking glorious. And
I heard it got a touch tetchy.
No, it did.
On the field.
It did. And then, of course, we also have Injury Time, which we preview all the upcoming games, action, all that good shit. You already told everybody where to find it, so...
yeah, but I'll do it again because I'm a good whore. It's patreon.com/The Football Show. Thank you very much. Sign up to that $1 tier. You'll get everything, including Sam's hot takes about other brown people.
Shut up. Till next week, everyone.
Good night.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston?
Arsenal fans have another Sam. AKA the fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of a lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United! Hit the fucking mute button!